In the past decade, K-pop has made a significant mark on the American music scene, and within this growing wave, Jungkook of BTS has emerged as a defining figure. As of 2025, Jungkook is officially recognized as the #1 K-pop star in the United States, according to aggregated metrics involving streaming numbers, chart performance, digital sales, and fan engagement. His dominance is not only a reflection of his artistry, but also a result of strategic global positioning, branding, and consistent performance across multiple platforms. Jungkook's ascent in the American music industry did not occur overnight. It has been the result of years of groundwork laid by both BTS as a group and Jungkook as a solo artist. From BTS's early appearances on American talk shows to stadium tours across the country, the foundation was built through repeated exposure and increased familiarity with the Western audience. By the time Jungkook launched his solo career, the US market was already primed to receive him as a standalone artist. One of the main contributors to Jungkook's position at the top of the American K-pop hierarchy is his consistent performance on major US music charts, especially the Billboard Hot 100 and Billboard Global 200. His solo debut single, 7, featuring American rapper Latto, was a commercial success that reached the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 upon release. This made him the second BTS member to achieve this feat as a soloist, but his ability to maintain chart presence over time has set him apart from his peers. In addition to chart performance, streaming metrics provide clear evidence of Jungkook's popularity in America. Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube all report extremely high US traffic for Jungkook's solo content. His songs have amassed hundreds of millions of streams, and his music videos consistently trend on YouTube USA. Spotify listed Jungkook among the most streamed male K-pop soloists globally, and the US accounted for a significant percentage of those streams, further validating his local impact. Social media influence is another dimension through which Jungkook's popularity can be measured. On platforms like Instagram, X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok, his name frequently trends in the United States. His fanbase, known as ARMY, has proven to be especially active and effective in digital engagement, trending hashtags, streaming parties, and online campaigns that sustain visibility for both Jungkook and his projects. According to data gathered by media analytics firms, Jungkook has one of the highest engagement rates among K-pop idols in the US social media sphere. Brand endorsements and American media partnerships have also played a pivotal role in Jungkook's growing prominence. In recent years, Jungkook has become the face of several global brands that have a strong presence in the US market. These include luxury fashion houses, tech companies, and beverage brands. His image was featured in US-based marketing campaigns and digital ads that appeared on platforms like Times Square billboards and national television commercials. These high-visibility appearances not only increased his exposure to mainstream American audiences, but also solidified his marketability in the Western entertainment economy. Touring and live performances have been essential in reinforcing Jungkook's position. Even before his solo debut, BTS concerts in major US cities such as Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and Las Vegas were known to sell out within minutes. With his solo activities, speculation around a possible US tour continues to grow, and the demand indicates that such an endeavor would likely be a commercial success. Jungkook has also appeared at major American music festivals and award shows, either as a guest or performer, bringing his music to a broader live audience. Another important factor is radio play. While many K-pop songs struggle to get airplay on American radio stations, Jungkook has managed to break into this space. 7 and 3D, two of his singles, received moderate to heavy rotation on US Top 40 and rhythmic radio formats. This level of airplay, while still rare for Korean-language music, indicates a level of acceptance and demand among general listeners, not just existing fans. The influence of US-based media and journalism has also helped shape Jungkook's image as a solo artist. Major outlets like Rolling Stone, Variety, Billboard, and Forbes have all published features, reviews, and interviews focused solely on Jungkook's artistry, growth, and global reach. These profiles often emphasize his vocal ability, production input, and stage presence, positioning him as a serious musical act rather than just a pop sensation from Asia. In academic and cultural circles, Jungkook's impact is being studied as part of the broader phenomenon of Korean cultural exports. Scholars and market analysts frequently cite him as a key figure in the globalization of K-pop. His crossover appeal, spanning cultures, languages, and generations, makes him a valuable case study for understanding the evolving relationship between South Korean entertainment and the American consumer base. As of mid-2025, all indicators, streaming data, sales figures, media coverage, fan base activity, and market influence converge on a single point. Jungkook is not only one of the most prominent K-pop artists in America, but officially holds the position as the #1 K-pop star in the U.S. music market. His continued success will depend on how he evolves musically, navigates his brand, and responds to an ever-changing digital landscape. One of the most distinctive factors that sets Jungkook apart is his musical versatility. While other K-pop soloists often stick to familiar genres such as dance pop or ballads, Jungkook has shown an ability to adapt his sound to align with contemporary Western trends. His debut solo tracks like 7 and 3D incorporated elements of R&B, hip-hop, and house pop, genres that dominate U.S. streaming charts. This genre alignment increased his music's appeal among American listeners who may not usually follow K-pop. Additionally, Jungkook collaborates strategically with well-known American artists, which has broadened his reach. Featuring Latto on 7 and Jack Harlow on 3D, introduced Jungkook to new demographics within the U.S. market. These collaborations were not just for name recognition, they were also well-matched musically and culturally. Unlike some K-pop collaborations that feel like marketing exercises, Jungkook's partnerships have been more cohesive, resulting in tracks that resonate authentically with both fanbases. Language flexibility is another advantage. While many K-pop soloists release songs primarily in Korean, Jungkook's solo releases often feature English lyrics or are fully in English. This decision significantly increases accessibility for English-speaking audiences and radio programmers. Tracks like 7 were written and produced in English, allowing Jungkook to bypass one of the most significant barriers to mainstream success in the U.S. market: language. From a branding perspective, Jungkook has maintained a clean and consistent image that balances Eastern discipline with Western relatability. His personal brand, while rooted in his BTS legacy, has evolved into a modern, independent identity. Unlike some K-pop idols who rely heavily on nostalgia or group-based branding, Jungkook's solo presence stands on its own merit. His image is carefully curated to appeal to both traditional fans of K-pop and newer audiences more accustomed to global pop stars. Furthermore, Jungkook's physical presence in American media distinguishes him from his peers. He has made appearances on major U.S. television programs, participated in interviews with well-known American hosts, and performed on platforms with high visibility such as The Tonight Show, Good Morning America, and various music award shows. These moments have contributed to increased awareness and familiarity, essential components in solidifying a solo artist's position in a foreign market. In contrast, many other K-pop soloists still depend on the support of their original group fanbases or Korean media networks to promote in the U.S. While these methods are effective to a degree, they often limit the artist's ability to break into the mainstream without the assistance of a group identity. Jungkook, on the other hand, has succeeded in reintroducing himself to the global audience as an independent artist with his own sonic and visual brand. Another important factor is content strategy. Jungkook and his team have mastered the timing, format, and distribution of content that suits the American digital audience. His music videos, behind-the-scenes footage, live performances, and social media content are optimized for Western platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. This differs from some K-pop artists who continue to prioritize domestic platforms such as VLive or Naver, which are less familiar to Western users. Jungkook's cross-platform engagement ensures that his presence remains constant in both Eastern and Western digital spaces. Demographically, Jungkook also appeals to a broader age range than many of his peers. His music and public persona do not cater exclusively to teenagers or early 20s fans. Instead, his maturity, professionalism, and clean image make him appealing to millennial and even Gen X audiences, particularly those who follow global pop culture or are drawn to polished international artists. In addition, Jungkook's solo promotional strategy in the US has been market-specific. His team appears to have tailored promotional efforts to fit the American media cycle. For example, teaser campaigns, music releases, and interviews are often timed with US holidays, chart cycles, and major events such as award seasons or summer concert tours. This approach ensures higher visibility and aligns him with the rhythms of American pop culture. It is also worth noting that Jungkook's live vocal ability and dance performance skills have been consistently highlighted in American reviews. Publications such as Rolling Stone and Billboard have specifically mentioned his live performance stability, which is a distinguishing feature in an industry often critiqued for its reliance on backing tracks or studio enhancement. This technical proficiency has increased his credibility among music critics and industry insiders in the US. Another important difference is the investment in localized marketing. Jungkook's solo projects have been accompanied by US-focused digital ads, influencer marketing campaigns, and even Spotify and Apple Music homepage features tailored to American users. These campaigns have leveraged data analytics to target specific cities and fan demographics within the United States, rather than simply relying on a global strategy. In summary, what truly sets Jungkook apart from other K-pop soloists in America is his ability to combine musical adaptability, global branding, language accessibility, and localized marketing. While other artists may have achieved temporary chart success or short bursts of popularity, Jungkook's strategy appears built for sustainability and growth. He is not simply adapting to Western markets. He is actively shaping how a K-pop artist can be successfully localized in the United States. American media has played a significant role in legitimizing Jungkook's solo journey. Outlets such as Billboard, Forbes, The New York Times, Variety, Rolling Stone, and The Hollywood Reporter have all featured Jungkook in articles, cover stories, and performance reviews. These features go beyond surface-level reporting. They often include in-depth analysis of his musical direction, his appeal in the US market, and his role as a cultural bridge between Korea and the West. For example, Billboard has consistently provided real-time updates and deep dives into his chart performance, while Rolling Stone has praised his musical versatility and global appeal. These mentions in reputable publications not only boost Jungkook's visibility among American readers unfamiliar with K-pop, but also validate his place within the broader pop music canon. Television and broadcast media have also responded positively to Jungkook. His performances and interviews have been aired on high-profile US shows such as The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Good Morning America, and The Late Late Show with James Corden. These appearances reach millions of viewers, providing exposure to audiences beyond digital fan bases. Unlike many international artists who are relegated to niche programs or late-night segments, Jungkook has been positioned in primetime slots, indicating a level of demand and respect from American networks. In the realm of branding and commercial partnerships, Jungkook has become a highly sought-after face for global campaigns with direct relevance to the U.S. consumer market. His collaborations with brands such as Calvin Klein, Spotify, Samsung, and Coca-Cola have all featured U.S.-targeted messaging and media placement. When Calvin Klein launched a North American ad campaign starring Jungkook, it generated significant engagement on social media and led to noticeable spikes in both online traffic and product sales, particularly in the US market. Unlike regional celebrity endorsements, Jungkook's brand partnerships are developed with global marketing strategies that include significant American investment. This not only increases his brand equity in the West, but also encourages US-based companies to view K-pop artists as viable, profitable partners. These campaigns are often executed in English, released on platforms popular in the US, and covered by major American business outlets, further reinforcing Jungkook's commercial viability in the United States. From a public opinion standpoint, Jungkook has also begun to achieve mainstream recognition beyond the typical fanbase demographic. While ARMYs remain the core of his support, there is increasing evidence that casual listeners, music professionals, and general audiences are engaging with his content. Search trends, comment sections on YouTube, and music-related Reddit forums show that Jungkook is frequently mentioned in discussions about male pop vocalists, fashion icons, and trending artists, often alongside Western artists like The Weeknd, Harry Styles, and Justin Bieber. Part of this broader appeal can be attributed to Jungkook's relatable and modern image. He is often described in US media as a well-rounded artist who balances technical skill with approachability. He does not rely on overly stylized or theatrical visuals, a choice that aligns with American tastes in authenticity and simplicity, particularly in pop and R&B. His fashion sense, stage presence, and public speaking style reflect a hybrid of Eastern discipline and Western cool, qualities that American consumers find compelling. Streaming data and algorithmic placement also contribute to his growing visibility among general audiences. On platforms such as Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music, Jungkook's music is frequently recommended in editorial playlists that are widely followed in the United States. His songs appear alongside those of major American pop artists in categories like Pop Rising, Global Hits, and Hot Hits USA. This digital exposure places him directly in the listening cycle of millions of American users who may not actively follow K-pop.in academic and cultural commentary circles. Jungkook is frequently referenced as a case study in global cultural convergence. Researchers and cultural critics have pointed to his success as evidence that pop culture is no longer siloed by language or geography. University seminars, panel discussions, and journal articles focused on media globalization increasingly include Jungkook as a modern example of how entertainment can transcend traditional market boundaries. American award bodies have also begun to acknowledge Jungkook's impact. He has received nominations and wins at US-based award shows such as the MTV Video Music Awards, People's Choice Awards, and iHeartRadio Music Awards. While K-pop categories are common, Jungkook's inclusion in mainstream categories such as Best Male Artist or Best Collaboration signals an evolving perception of him as a peer among American pop icons, not just a visiting artist from overseas. Another sign of his resonance in American culture is how he's referenced in other forms of entertainment. US-based comedians, actors, and influencers have casually mentioned Jungkook in interviews, stand-up routines, and podcasts. This organic name recognition indicates that he has entered the broader pop cultural vocabulary in the United States, a rare milestone for non-English speaking artists. Overall, the American response to Jungkook's solo career has moved from fan-driven enthusiasm to industry-wide endorsement. He is no longer considered simply a member of a famous K-pop group. He is now recognized as a marketable solo artist, reliable collaborator, and a global brand. This transition is significant not only for his career but also for the broader K-pop industry, as it signals a new level of mainstream integration for Korean artists in the United States.